Hi, this is Matt from tracingmatt.co.uk, and in association with our friends at devicewire.com we have the HTC S730, which is the latest HTC smartphone. We'll just open the box up and see the device laid out inside. This is now becoming the standard layout and design for all of HTC products in terms of the box design. Have the product right on the top in the middle there. Underneath we have familiar packaging now. Let's see what else we have inside. Start with USB sync and charge cable, set of headphones, which are quite standard for HTC at the moment. They have an inline microphone and a small press button to answer and release the calls, extended mini USB connector. They look okay. I can't really tell you how good they are audio quality, but they look reasonable. Also have your accessories guide, a read me first and getting started guide, warranty card, also getting started disc, all your applications on there, active sync and so on, HTC care card, warranty registration document, and finally on this side we have the user manual, which is quite hefty. Have the battery, which is quite slim, quite light. This is 1050 milliamp hours. And lastly, have the standard charger, which is a USB type charger. That's what you have in the box. Just move that to one side. Look at the device itself. Again, as I say, this is the HTC S730. We can think of this as being the new version of the S710 or a 3G version of the S710. We have forward-facing VGA camera. Display is 240 by 320. That's actually 2.4 inch display. As you'd expect to find from a smartphone, we have soft keys under the screen, a home and back button, along with a D-pad type control with a middle push button. We have the green and red phone keys for send and end calls, and then the number keys here which you can use for texting. Looking around the device, we have a micro SD card slot cover here. That's a rubber cover over the slot. Have a button here for the camera controls. On top, button for the power. On this side you have up-down rocker for volume controls and navigation, and also a COM manager button. Finally on the bottom you have that extended mini USB connector for your sync, charge and for your headphones. On the back you have a 2 megapixel camera. Again, there's no flash. Very few devices seem to be having built-in flash just at the moment, for some reason. There is the little mirror above there. If you want to take photos of yourself, should that be something that you want to do. And also there's a small grill over the loudspeaker. And also there we have space for your SIM card, and obviously the battery goes into this compartment. Let's just insert the battery, simply like that, and turn the device on. Okay. While we're waiting for that to power up, let's just slide open the keyboard. As you can see, this smartphone has a full QWERTY keyboard. The keys are slightly raised, which is quite a nice detail, makes them a little easier to use. Also have the caps lock and function lock indicator LEDs there. Again, come quite standard on HTC devices with built-in keyboards, with the soft keys just under the screen. Finally on this side is just a small sensor, senses the ambient lighting condition, doesn't illuminate the keyboard when the lighting is sufficient to make it not necessary. As you can see, I haven't installed a SIM card, so let's just done. We have a familiar type home screen here now, which is similar to that we find on the HTC Touch and the Titan 2. with the black and grey arrangement, and the standard smartphone style menu system. Let's just take a moment to talk about the specification. We have a 400 MHz processor, 256 meg of ROM, only 64 meg of RAM, which is possibly a little stingy nowadays. But moving on, weight is 150 grams with battery, which does sound quite a lot, considering this is a small smartphone. Dimension wise, we have 105mm by 51 by 19.4, so that is quite chunky across there. As I mentioned, 2.4 inch display, 240 by 320. It is 3G and HSDPA, and it is quad band. 850, 900, 1800 and 1900 MHz networks are covered. We have Bluetooth 2 with EDR and Wi-Fi. The main camera on the back, as I say, is 2 megapixel, and we have a front-facing VGA camera. Quoted standby times for the battery are 290 hours and up to 318 minutes. So we're talking just over 5 hours for GSM usage. Again, having used the device very briefly, I would say that that is a little on the optimistic side, but probably not too far away from that. And as we also said, there is a micro SD card slot for extending the memory. Let's just compare that alongside the Titan 2 to get an idea of the size. We're looking at being quite a bit narrower, same sort of length, little narrower side to side. I would say we're actually talking probably slightly thicker, so slightly thicker in your pocket, and there's not a great deal of difference in the weight, it doesn't feel there. The Titan 2 being slightly heavier, but not a lot in it. So as always, we're going to be reviewing the device. Must say thanks again to DeviceWire for the loan of the review unit. If you want to check out the S730 or actually just buy an S730, go to devicewire.com, they have them in stock now. The review will be online soon.